I'm Peg Breen from the New York Landmarks Conservancy. We're at Hamilton Grange in Hamilton Heights for another tourist in your own town excursion. Alexander Hamilton built the Grange as his summer home in 1802 on 32 acres of land he purchased in Upper Manhattan. It's the only home he owned. Hamilton named it after his grandfather's estate in Scotland. John McComb Jr, the architect of City Hall and Gracie Mansion, designed the Federal-style building, though Hamilton was very involved in the details. Some believe the porches are reminiscent of the West Indies, where Hamilton was born. Hamilton only enjoyed the Grange for 2 years before he was killed in the infamous duel with Aaron Burr. His family continued to own it for another 30 years. By then, the Grange was in the way of the encroaching street grid. It's hard to believe given Hamilton's current acclaim, but the Grange was foreclosed, condemned, and slated to be demolished. To save it, it was given to nearby St. Luke's Episcopal Church and moved there. In that location, it was used for worship till the current St. Luke's was built. But the building was stripped of its porches and eventually stuck between the church and an apartment house. Even in that truncated state, it became a National Historic Landmark in 1960 and a National Memorial in 1962. Finally, it was given to the National Park Service with the understanding that it would be moved and restored. After years of dispute over whether it should be moved, the Grange was finally raised up over the church in 2008 and rolled on dollies to nearby St. Nicholas Park, where a new foundation awaited. The site is still within the boundaries of what was Hamilton's estate. The Park Service did an extensive restoration, bringing back the porches and replicating gardens Hamilton had cherished. The Grange reopened to the public in 2011. The light-filled home is architecturally as well as historically important. A bust of Hamilton as a Roman senator greets visitors in the entry hall. Then, each room has a different shape and volume. The parlor and the dining room are octagonal, while the study is a perfect square. Architects of that period believed these contrasts contributed to a home's enjoyment. Moldings, mantels, and ornamentation were reproduced throughout the house from surviving evidence. A few furnishings are original, including this forte piano, which Hamilton's daughter played. The ground floor contains a museum explaining Hamilton's beginnings and his many accomplishments as soldier, patriot, and the country's first Treasury secretary. It's a miracle that the Grange survived. A visit here can only enhance our appreciation of Hamilton as founding father and New Yorker.